Congresswoman Caleb Collier says that this proposal is meant to protect their Second Amendment
I'm
rights.
proposing that the city of Spokane Valley issue a proclamation stating that our city is a Second Amendment sanctuary city.
Welcome to the fire.
Today on Church and State, conflict over transgender rights is raging across the U.S., and we are behind enemy lines.
Godfather of AI has stepped down from Google and said we need to take 6 months off from supporting AI.
Plus, forget the war on stove. They're coming after lawnmowers and leaf blowers now. Hello, Christian Patriots, and welcome to Church and State, where we strive to plug you into the pew and plug you into politics. I'm your host, Caleb Collier. With me, as always, Pastor Gabe Blomgren.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. I got a couple of events, Gabe, that I wanted to...
Good morning.
Oh, is it Sunday morning?
No, it's not. But I just love every time I say
Why are
good
you
morning.
quoting Drunk Skeletor?
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi looking into the camera with zombie eyes. Good morning.
All right, got a couple of events,
morning.
Gabe. COVID betrayal, a path forward. This is going to be May 20th, 1 to 5 p.m. at Calvary Spokane, 511 West Hastings Road. We're going to be talking all things pandemic and COVID and the vaccine. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic event. Keynote speaker, John Stockton. Come on now. This guy is incredible. He is a warrior on this subject. So I'm really looking forward to that event. Hopefully you can all get there. By the way, tickets are $10. If you're interested in finding out more, informedchoicewa.org, or you can contact us, Church and State 1776 at proton.me. Another one, and this is a very sad event. We talked about this on last show, but Deputy Craig Chamberlain, who was just a very honorable, very good man, with a lot to love about this guy. He passed away rather suddenly, and his family is trying to raise some funds to cover the funeral costs. So we got two great businesses.
Yeah, go out and support these businesses.
Yeah.
It sounds like Saturday, all the funds will be going to his funeral.
All the funds. Saturday, May 6th, you can go to Rise Espresso and Dough. That is 1201 North Barker Road in Spokane Valley from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. So go get yourself a donut and a coffee. You can also go over to Whistle Stop Coffee Shop from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., and that's 16409 East Sprague Avenue, also in Spokane Valley. Like Gabe said, all the proceeds are going to go to this family who really needs the help of the community here, because this is just an absolute tragedy for the Spokane area.
Yeah, so we appreciate you stepping up. Also, step up. Hey, go to our website. What is our website?
churchandstate.media is our website, and you can take advantage of all of our fine affiliates there. Gabe, is there anyone you want to showcase here? Anything on your heart right now?
After last night's dreams, I need something like a MyPillow. You and I both had weird dreams.
Weird dreams last night. It's true. Something was going on there, but you're right. MyPillow is the best way to ensure that you're getting a good night's sleep, and they got the MyPillow 2.0, which is even better because it's got cooling technology, Gabe. And you and I both know men sleep hot. We do. We sleep hot. We want the window open. The wives are like, nope. They're in sweats, in hoodies. And who sleeps with socks on?
I hate
women.
that.
Women sleep with socks on.
It makes me cringe.
I know. Like, I can't do it, man.
My feet need to be touching fabric that's not on my body.
Half the time, I've got one foot sticking out from underneath the blankets.
Always. It's the cooler. It's
right?
It's the mediator of the body temperature. One leg out.
You can't do it. But anyway, MyPillow, use the promo code Church and State. You're going to get significant deals on that, and just take advantage of it. I mean, the slippers alone, I love those things. So comfortable.
He loves them. He's whispering them. He loves them.
I do. So, Gabe, I was traveling this weekend, and I had quite the experience.
Oh, we have a Caleb story.
Oh, it was great. It's so funny, man. So I'm in Idaho Falls, Charlie Kirk event. It was fantastic. About 600-700 people there. It was a great event. But I'm traveling back. I gotta fly over Spokane to Seattle. I love that. Don't you love that? Like, come on now.
It's pointless, but
yeah. But anyway, so I land in Seattle and head to my gate. And as I'm sitting there and waiting to board, I start noticing that
Everyone's got the same little
well, no,
look and vibe,
it's the
name tags.
I just start noticing that there's a big group of people that all seem to know each other, and they're all kind of talking, and they're bouncing back and forth between different groups, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Looking back at this, because I know the story, they had to have probably sat down during meetings and prepared for
guarantee
this.
it. Yes, absolutely. So, but I'm just like, it's a convention, probably a business thing, and they're flying back to Spokane. They were over for the weekend, But then I start noticing that they're a little agitated. And then I see a woman walk up and she's got a name tag on her, and I can't read the name tag, but I see that she's like going around from individual to individual in groups as they're talking, and she's encouraging them. And I'm like, what is this? Hey, it's all right. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, just hold this my pillow and you'll be all right. But your dog. So I
Did anybody bring a dog? Service dogs?
No dogs. But I get a little bit closer, and I realize this woman's name tag says Fear of Flying Club. Oh, I'm like, what?
30 people.
Yeah, so they get to board first. So they all line up. There's like 30 of them on the plane, man. And I'm like, oh wow. So what do I find myself doing?
This is what you're feeling. No, this one.
Yeah, it's like
that's what they're all.
What's going to happen, right? But here's the thing, man. I'm sitting there. I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, do I want turbulence or not on this flight? Like,
you're evil, dude.
Why? You're not thinking that? You wouldn't think that.
Well, I've recently acquired a mild fear of flying, so I have to like pray in tongues. I got the earbuds in, and I'm like,
flight to Oklahoma, and the plane started going sideways because the wind was blowing so hard.
City, and we're coming to Salt Lake City, which everyone knows it's a really high city. It's windy as heck. We're coming down. We're approaching, and this whole entire plane is moving. I'm no joke. Like, I know we were moving.
You were. I could feel
10 to 15 feet in multiple directions.
But I was calm. You were like,
no, man, I got the earbuds in, and I'm just like, thank you, Jesus. It's been a good run.
So on this flight, there was very little turbulence. There was a little bit coming into Spokane, and all of them were white knuckling it. But even before we took off, two ladies had to exit. They did. They're like, nope. They got out of there. Right? So they'd actually already sealed the door, and so they had to reopen. Nope, they're done.
I'm glad that person got out, because they would like literally probably like clawing at the windows during the whole flight.
One lady did have a panic attack during the flight, and the one with the name tag had to come over. How much booze
did they give her?
None. Yeah, but the lady had to come over and was like fanning her, and it was an interesting flight. Go figure. My seat, I was right in the middle of all of them.
I bet you were no help.
Oh, no, man. I was
just observing and laughing.
I had a little bit of a smirk on my face. Yes.
I wish you would have, like, at the bump screamed.
That would have really made me evil.
That's evil.
All right. Speaking of other ridiculous things,
why are we doing this again? I thought we've already gone around this.
I don't know.
Why are we recircling this?
Because the green movement is literally worshiping a god, and that god is Gaia. And so they've already had the war on stoves. You've seen this, okay? They decided that gas stoves were the latest evil in the world.
This is the new evil. I have a video of the new evil.
Is it a video?
It's a blower. No, it's just a picture.
It's a picture. Okay. But they've also been fighting wood burning stoves. They hate these. And this is the best way to be self-reliant, right? You and I both do it.
I love my wood stove.
But now it's lawn mowers and leaf blowers. And these things, if they're gas powered, they are of the devil. And the state is coming after you because the state knows best. Electric stuff doesn't work. Have you ever tried some of these electric things?
They're pushing the electric lawnmower. Home Depot sells them.
Gabe and I both have property. Okay, I'm not going to run extension cord after extension cord to go take care of my yard. That's ridiculous.
These lithium-ion batteries are mining in Africa, and there's people who are absolutely in horrid conditions mining lithium out of the sides of mountains.
Mm-hmm.
In there, it's asinine. But we can't have gas, internal combustion. Nope,
that pollutes. So we got to make sure that we're taking care of Mother Earth. The thing about it is, God is so wise. And what did he do when he created the earth? He created man who needs oxygen, who expels carbon
dioxide.
Right? So what is carbon dioxide? What is that good for? Oh, it's good for plants. And plants, when they consume that, they release oxygen. Wasn't that brilliant? Well, wasn't that amazing? Sure was. But no, what does the new age want to do? What do they want to do? Oh, they want to decrease all carbon. That's us.
You know what I
Yes,
think
that's
this
us.
is? You know what I think this is? Because the article even says it. Says, while many critics attack the small engines for the noise they make, experts say these small two-stroke engines are releasing shockingly large amounts of pollution.
Oh, there's that pollution.
Now, the truth is, Caleb, Washington, D.C., California, all these yuppies, they hate the sound of Jorge and Juan.
Oh.
And hey, these are my people, so I can do this. Cultural appropriation.
I'm not going near that one.
Dude, there's also Abdul. Okay, there's many people who are racking it in Spokane. It's just Ted and Bill. Okay, they're making tons of money on the South Hill right now, making a killing. Dude, do you know that lawn care companies starting pay right now is $20 an hour?
Yeah, I got a friend who runs his own business. He makes a
great.
killing on it. Absolutely.
So right now in the South Hill, two of the things that are hated is when you don't pick up after your dog, and then if your lawn maintenance guy starts before 8 o'clock in the morning, which they got to, they got to start at 6, man. If the mail's rolling out like at 7, we gotta. But anyway, dude, the real reason for this attack on the small engine is the noise. But they've decided to give a fine for this. How steep is the fine, Caleb?
So in Washington, D.C., they actually passed this thing January 1st of 2022. They are levying $500 fines for violators unless they're on federal property. Oh, there it is right there. Of course, the state, right? What's good for you is good for you, but we're above this. We need the gas powered because they're more efficient. You got to give that to us, the state, of course. But for you little people, you peasants, no, you're going to be on the electric. Not to mention, can we just talk about the grid as well? Right? The grid has problems.
You're taxing it with all these electric devices.
Absolutely.
So y'all realize when you're charging your lawnmower on the grid, that's electric. It's not just magic genie power that enters by your mind into the lithium-ion battery. You have to tax the grid. I'm so done.
Yeah, it's just another ludicrous story coming from the left.
Superman Gene Hackman to come true. I just want it to come true.
We've talked about this before, but it's worth bringing up again.
I want it to come true.
I don't think he went far enough. Lex Luthor, that was Superman 2, right? I believe it was number 2. All right. So it was a great movie.
Best Superman ever.
Yeah.
We had
Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor.
With, Chris Reeves.
Yeah, had that little
stud with a little, and every kid wanted to be him.
Absolutely. And all you have to do to disguise yourself is move that little curl.
Yep, and put on
and take off your glasses. There you go. Boom. You're not Superman anymore. Yep. So, but his plan was to blow up the fault line along Nevada and California and send California into the sea.
Bombs all along.
Can we just do that to can we do that to New York and actually the whole West Coast, man? Just blow up
East West Coast.
Except for the South. We'll save those guys. Those guys
I just want riverfront property because I have a nice view of the valley.
You mean oceanfront?
Yeah. But that's sad, though. All the people living down in the valley would be not good. So I take it back.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Godfather of AI, Gabe. This is interesting. He's the guy who really kind of is behind Google. What Google became.
This is making huge news right now. The Washington Examiner, everywhere you look, if you just type in Godfather of AI, you will find this guy, Mr. Hinton. Okay. I believe his name is George Hinton.
Jeffrey
Hinton. So in 2012, Hinton and 2 of his graduate students in Toronto built a neural network that analyzed thousands of images to teach itself how to identify everyday objects. And this technology was acquired by Google for $44 million. And that acted as the foundation for ChatGPT and Google's Bard. He received the 2018 Turing Award for his work on the neural networks. So this guy is a game changer.
Yeah,
he's filthy rich. He's absolutely brilliant. Now, he has stepped aside. He's literally stepped aside as a pioneer, and he's stepped aside from his job at Google, and he's withdrawing with a growing number of experts at Google have spoken out at the dangers of quickly accelerating technological innovation. He has said, and there's a group of people who've now signed a document that we need to take 6 months off, Caleb, from feeding ChatGPT information. So no,
Elon Musk is included.
They want a timeout because right now what's essentially going on is ChatGPT When you question or ask it or interact, it's taking information. You think you're getting information? No.
It's reading humanity.
acquiring
Yes.
humanity, understanding. It's getting a philosophical understanding of humanity. And now all these guys have all signed a document, Caleb. Is this not creepy or what? This is actually important news. The godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, saying, guys, I'm quitting Google so I can speak out about this, because he had basically a non-disclosure when working for Google. He couldn't speak out about it. So it's big enough that he quit his job. Imagine how much money he was making.
Listen to this warning that he says. Hinton warned that the internet could see the surge of false images and text to the point that the average person would not be able to know what is true anymore. Think about the implications with that. You get a text from your wife. It may not even be your wife. That's terrifying.
Well, we've already seen stories like this. It's absolutely mind-boggling that AI can map and understand the even phrasing of your mom, so they can take and record their mom, and then somebody who can pose as your mom could call you up. You know, Caleb, it would be horrible for your mom to be on the other end of the phone and say, Caleb, somebody's got me at gunpoint. They want blah, 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 and they want this.
This has
amount of money.
happened. There was a kidnapping. There was a kidnapping where the mom got a call from her daughter.
Dude, what
and it wasn't
mom?
really her daughter. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You are not going to be able to trust anything tech. And honestly, Gabe, the positive side of this thing, we might engage in more human interaction, actually. Because you cannot trust. You may be forced because you cannot trust
face-to-face
what's
coffee
coming
meetings.
through. You might actually
be the regular.
Yeah. Good.
It's gonna be like Little House on the Prairie, because we can't trust nothing. It'd be going back to the day. So what's interesting though is this Mr. Hinton, Jeffrey Hinton. I'm suspect of this statement. He says the reason why he's leaving Google is not because Google's like the bad guy. He says they've been acting very responsibly. He's not quitting.
Have they? I mean, they did remove their "don't be evil," right? They removed that. So are they really the good guy? I don't think so. I don't trust Google at all. I don't use anything Google if I can help it.
Side theory. Put on the foil.
The whole suit or just the hat?
Nope. Prediction.
Okay.
ChatGPT, Bard, and all this AI nonsense is going to be blamed for something that catastrophically happens, similar, and set us back in a way like COVID.
Second prediction.
It's going to be blamed. Well, they'll use
one too.
AI for the blame.
I got one too.
Okay, wait.
Okay, ChatGPT is going to be used by the government and the globalists in order to push for some type of market-based technology to prove that you are who you say you are.
I think that's actually going to happen as well. They have to.
All right, so there's two predictions from Church and State. I think they both will come true. I mean, we're pretty good, Gabe. I mean, we have a long tradition of always being right on this show, always.
I'm so sad that I was wrong on Joe Biden becoming the imposter, though. I predicted there's no way he's electable. I'm still in awe.
You see, part of the thing of always being right, Gabe, is you never, ever admit that you were wrong.
Yeah.
So no, whatever Gabe just said there, I tuned out. But whatever he just said there was a complete lie. We're always right here on Church and State.
So I have a story of downtown Seattle. And it's very reminiscent of Gotham. Wouldn't you say downtown Seattle is a lot like Gotham now?
If it is, I hope we get a Batman out of it.
Yeah, that would be cool if a Bruce Wayne did show up. But this guy, he goes downtown. It's the Cho Show. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. this is video from him going downtown. I've become a fan of him. I follow his videos. He goes downtown. He videos the homeless for not to mock them, but in an attempt for people to understand the current state of homelessness in Seattle, which is very, very indicative of what is going to happen here in Spokane. Those of you who hang out around Dick's Panda downtown, anywhere near the former Starbucks on Division and right across the street from what I like to call Cracktown, USA, is 7-Eleven.
Circle K or 7-Eleven. Yeah.
4 a.m, dude. It's zombie apocalypse.
Oh, it's nasty down there.
It's insane. Anyway, during this video, there's a couple things I just wanted to highlight.
It's showing downtown Spokane.
No, this is Seattle.
Or Seattle, sorry, downtown Seattle. And you can see like all of these homeless people, they're clearly on drugs.
Is everyone all right here?
Yeah, we're just doing art.
I mean, you got people that are passed out that are not even moving. I mean,
Is the situation getting better?
Yeah.
No, it's getting worse.
Yeah,
you
people
see,
are saying it's
trashy
getting worse.
tonight. Worse than other
Go
nights.
figure, it's getting worse. Look at this Ross building. This is clothing that is a business that sells clothing. It's zombies. It is. This guy's got a beer can on his head. What's he even saying?
This person okay?
Yeah, this guy.
He's not overdosing, right?
He's literally bent over in half.
But you can see this in Spokane. Go to the STA.
Hey, bro, you okay? You okay? Fine. Okay.
Oh, he
No,
moves.
you know, they're not going to stop.
The future's gone.
Fast forward to the where she talks about the wall. The guy's urinating on the wall. I mean, and people just walk. The normal people
have to walk past.
It's just normal.
Yep, so I went to the Betty.
You went to the Fetty.
Yes.
You
Fetty.
smoking the Fetty right now?
Fentanyl.
But I stopped shooting up.
Good for you.
Oh,
For real.
Stop shooting up.
Let's do this.
Everyone's doing Fetty tonight. Like everybody.
No, it's not tonight, buddy. It's every night.
It's just every night.
They're down to like $1 a piece, bro.
They're down to $1. I can buy pills right now for $1.
Okay, I'm gonna
Like, but how much is the bike rack?
$1 for fentanyl.
Big toe is hanging off by a little skin. His whole foot is rotted off, and
lady's
his big
talking
toe
about
is just
it.
hanging
He's a
down
drug
because
addict.
of all the cut dope.
Somebody with
And
a
he was refusing help, and they were told the cops said that
was hanging
it was a
off.
life or
His
like
toe
a.
was being eaten.
They had to make a choice for him because it was a life or death
We
situation.
never.
We can't allow this.
You can't stop it. Well, you think you can go over there and stop it? You won't
There's a bunch of rich people, Caleb, getting done with like the
Theater.
symphony.
be mayor? I'll vote for you if you think
Watch-
you can stop
watch me
it.
have to walk through, okay?
I ain't mayor for a reason, man.
Terrified.
But there's no denying it's happening every day out here.
Nah, this ain't the only place.
Yeah, the rich people. They're coming out of the symphony.
What do you think of all the drug addicts out here smoking fentanyl?
I mean, symphony.
Not great.
Remember that?
Unfortunate.
Everyone's smoking fentanyl. They're selling stolen goods.
This is what it's turned into. It makes me not feel safe. It makes people around us not feel safe. I'm even a little uncomfortable walking up here. So
You don't need any Tide or
That's what I
Air
was
Force
about to
Ones or
say.
Air Jordans.
I don't,
Democrat.
but maybe somebody else back
He's
here
a
does.
Democrat. He
Be
voted
safe,
for
guys.
it. Go ahead and stop it, Gabe. That's enough of that. But honestly, you are upset that you can't even go downtown. You don't feel safe downtown. There's drug addicts, people ODing all over the place, and yet you continue to vote in the same people who give you more of this. When are you going to see a change?
$1 a pill.
It's just it's
Horrific.
Yeah, it's maddening. Honestly, there's only really two options. We pray for Seattle, but we also want there to be judgment upon it.
And we just got to be warned. Spokane is coming down the spiral. You know what? Our mayor did nothing. Nadine did nothing for the.
I agree with that.
You know who's actually trying?
Tim Archer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and my guy Jonathan Bingle.
yeah.
Actually
There is
trying.
there is some
Right
people
now,
that are
Jonathan
trying.
Bingle and I believe it's Cathcart are trying to make right now it illegal to do drugs in public. Right now, it's legal. You can
They,
smoke.
they passed that actually last night.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. So, but it's still with an emphasis on treatment.
Go Johnny Bingo.
So anyway, let's move over to transgenderism, Gabe, because I know a lot of people are talking about this transgender movement, and rightfully so. And we as Christians and as patriots, we really need to understand this for what it is. And I've talked a little bit about this last week, but here's the thing. The transgender movement are the shock troops for the new American agenda. Right. That's what's going on here. You have to understand that these people are not ready anymore. They're not willing to accept just acceptance. They're not willing for you to just be an ally.
Rejoice about it. You're
You
gonna
have to kneel.
celebrate it. You're gonna bow.
And if you
It's
don't,
disgusting.
they justify any act of violence against you.
It's
This
getting
is
intense.
why we saw during the Tennessee shooting. This is why we saw the left come out and say there were 7 victims. There wasn't 7 victims. There was 6 victims and an assailant who was killed by the police, rightfully so. But you saw the narrative being flipped on that because you have to pity, you have to accept, you have to not only accept, embrace and push for the transgender agenda here. That's what's going on throughout the states. And here's the thing, their slogan, silence is violence, is going to beat Don't Tread on Me every single time.
Dylan Mulvaney, Miss Bud Light weirdo guy, is now saying he thinks it should be absolutely illegal, punishable by some type of criminal offense if you misgender him.
Silence is violence is an aggressive, it's an offense term. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not engaging, you are part of the problem. Don't tread on me is a defensive statement.
Yeah, don't step on me.
Don't step on me. I won't do anything. You don't do anything. I live my life. You live your life. It's not acceptable anymore. And in fact, you know, Gabe, I'm such a fan of this statement. Comes from Andrew Jackson. Born for a storm. Okay. That needs to be the rallying cry. Or come and take them. That's an offensive statement. Go ahead, come on. Actually, you know what? Let me retract that. That is more of a defensive statement. Come and take them. We're not going to do anything unless you come at us.
Right, exactly.
They're already coming at us. We are born for a storm. We need to accept that, embrace that, and we need to get aggressive as we combat this agenda. And certain states are doing just that, Gabe. You've got a lot of great states that are pushing forward and banning gender-affirming care. That is awesome. But then you have states like the one we're in, Washington State, where they're actually pushing that agenda. So you've got to accept the fact that there are certain areas and certain people groups in the United States that are your enemy. And if they are your enemy, you need to treat them as such, okay? And for the Christians who are saying, you know what, no, we're supposed to love our enemies. We do love our enemies. And sometimes loving your enemy means you've got to fight them. Jesus Christ himself fought his enemies. Okay, his kingdom was not of this world. No, absolutely. And did he heal the ear of the centurion that Peter cut off? Yes, he did. But he stood toe-to-toe with the Pharisees and the Sadducees. He stood toe-to-toe with those that would oppose his message. And we need to accept that as Christians and move away from this just love, love, love mentality, because we're losing not only this country, but we're losing souls. And that's probably the most important thing out of everything.
And Jesus was clear, man. Tie a millstone around your neck if you're going to cause one of these little ones to stumble. When you're putting puberty blockers, when you're cutting off parts of their thigh to make them a fake penis, like that's more than touching. That's absolutely setting them up for hell.
Yeah, I completely agree, Gabe. So get in the fight, get ready. Like it's time to go. That's the message for the end of the show from Church and State. Church and State is sponsored in part by the Constitution Party, empowering you to put faith into action. And with that, Church and State is out.
God bless.